If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Alright, we're back. We're back for Scott to kill us all. So, yeah, let's, we've got a little fighty whitey with the, with some fighty whiteys, and my two, with some wolves. So what's exactly, doggos. So what are we doing, Mr. Scott?
Okay, well, we are now in initiative order. Essentially, Maligno, even though you were last on the scene, you are the first to react in the situation. So, just setting it for you, the giant wolf, that everyone has, that has seen. Yes, the one in the middle. Huge and bristling. None of these wolves have made any sort of attack yet, but you can see that the smaller ones, the Jakars, are going to look like they're branching out. Like this half circle seems to be growing.
I reckon
they're trying to.
I'm going to use
circle.
I'm going to use my intelligence and go. I think if we kill the big one, they'll all fuck off. Also, I forgot to do this. Don't forget, if you're enjoying this, to like and subscribe on YouTube. Thank you very much. I forgot to do it. I always forget to do it. I'm not very good at this YouTube malarkey. Okay, so how far can I move? Have we done? Are the ranges correct?
Yes. So it's up to 15. As a movement action during any sort of combat.
So I could bum rush that, but I don't really want to bum rush it because I don't want to throw myself at fucking in harm's way. So I'm just going to move up. I'm going to move up to there, to just between the two strong lads.
Right. Okay. Anything else? Because that's just a movement action.
Is the word you're looking for?
No, that's all I'm going to do, because I'm not going to rush in and attack everything that's going to just kill me the next in an instant. I'd much rather rush with a few people.
Okay.
Or I could attack this one. I could go for that one. What do you think? Do you think I should go for that one, guys?
So this is what Maligno's shouting as he's rushing towards you, Elfgarn and Zarek. So you do hear him asking you for advice, as I'm sure you're brandishing your new daggers.
Yeah.
Okay. So by all means,
we do know that the little are able to cooperate, and we don't know what the fuck is the big one.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just do what I did then. I'll just rush up to the line, and just be with everyone else.
Hold your position. We can cover each other from here.
Okay.
But if you expose yourself, you may regret it, and we don't want you exposing yourself.
Mate, what?
Okay.
Look. Last time, right? The call action didn't hold. They didn't have enough evidence. I'll call out to the three other fellas. I will shout to the three other fellas. Hey guys, you might want to pull back a bit. Just pull back to us.
Right, and when you do, both Ludo and Balin, their head turns back and they nod their heads in agreement. So, but the Jakars, the smaller wolves, are going to be first in reaction. So what you witness before we get to Elfgarns is the Jakars, they're closing the gap as they are moving in, kind of edging Balun and Ludo closer into a more tight-knit circle, nipping and growling as they do. They kind of lurch forward and back, but they're not doing any singular attacks. They're just they're using tactics, and it's in that moment that the larger wolf leaps out and takes a large bite, or snips right at Balun, just sorry, just foaming almost at the mouth. His eyes just seem to be a singular focus because as he leapt forward, Ludo, takes a stab at him with his sword, and as he pierces this larger wolf's hide, it doesn't even take notice, as it seems to be singularly focused on that. And then you see the Lestra, her hands or his hands come out of the cloak, and you can see that he starts to cast a familiar sort of magic as the minor wound that Balin got from the larger wolf is healed. So that's what you witness. So that's you're not sure. Everyone gives me a vigilant check real quick.
Well, all of us.
Just all of you, yes, because I just want to see if you guys notice something. That's usually when I give me a vigilant check, so I'm wanting to see if you see a little something. If you catch something.
It's snowing. I see that it's snowing.
Right. Okay, so yes, Xerix, Oleg, and Elfgarn. This is not the natural actions of an animal or a beast. This larger wolf, it seems intent on the barbarian for some reason, but its intelligence is indicative of something smarter than just hunger or defense. It seems to have purpose. And with that, we'll move on to Elfgarn.
Been noticed what you've just said there about this large wolf being focused and intent on the barbarian. I will target the pack leader, for want of a better description, with my hunter's instinct, which allows me to reroll an attack if I miss.
Okay.
And then I will let them fly with an arrow.
Okay. So this is going to be you're gonna have a -5 to your roll.
Okay. Well, that's not okay, but yeah, okay. So -5. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. We'll try that again.
Okay.
Damn, 2 19s in a row. That's not good.
So it's the skill just allows you to do the roll. So technically you're not taking 2 shots.
No, I take 1 shot.
Okay.
I got to re-roll a miss.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so it's a Prince of Persia type thing. Great. Okay. So yes. So the arrow flies forth, and it seems like this particular arrow. Maybe you weren't using you weren't pulling back hard enough to get enough of a momentum with this arrow, but it almost seems like it bounces off its thick hide. Insane. You yourself haven't witnessed an animal with that capability.
Stand there with a sort of look of confusion on my face and just mutter to Maligno and Xerox saying, that doesn't usually happen.
Excellent. Okay, so moving on. So
I don't get too strong.
I'm sorry. What was that, James?
I think
You're gonna make a quip.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna be like, that's all right. Sometimes you can't perform that well.
Yeah. So at the end of the game, we're gonna change Maligno's name to Peter Parker, and we'll just go with that. So the 2 barbarians, Ludo and Balin, they lash out. They split slightly, and both of them lash out at the smaller Jakars. You hear the howls as they, in pain, and the yelps from the canines as they both, cut through with relative ease into these predators. As the hunger wolf still doesn't seem to bear any notice to the cries of the smaller wolves. It's intense on the barbarians themselves. Mm-hmm.
Nothing. I was just going to ask you a question. How do you do? Because you don't roll anything. So how do you decide? Nothing. Don't worry. It's not important. Let's just go back to the game. Sorry, I was just figuring out a character. How you was doing.
Yeah, when it's NPC to NPC, it's pretty much entirely up to me how it plays out. So depending on where I want it to go, but it's also adjudicated on your action. So if Gus succeeded with something, that might change the outcome. But for the most part, at least with this particular situation, it's more of up to me to decide the storytelling aspect of it. So
okay,
you're the important people, not these. These are secondary. So
we're the big damn heroes.
Mm-hmm. So Xerix. So you've seen what Elfgarn did, and I would imagine it might have been slightly shocking to you to see one of his arrows that you've seen sail so true so many times in the past skirmishes that you have, that the arrow just falls flat, unable to pierce this beast's hide.
Okay. I think I'm gonna shoot to the closest wolf over here. This one.
Okay.
And it's because I maybe wanna draw their attention, and also so you don't flank the barbarian.
Okay.
You want me to shoot?
Yes.
Any modifiers?
Let's see. You're going for the smaller one. Is that correct?
Yeah.
One of the Jakars. The Jakars are going to have it's going to be a -5.
He's quite close too. There is no point blank range or stuff like that, no?
Let's see here. Any modifiers to that? Yeah, I'll go ahead and give it. Well, because this is against their actual defense, but yeah. So we'll go ahead and just make it a -4 to the roll.
They're fucked.
Okay. All right. So this arrow just whizzes past and embeds itself into one of the trees. Yes.
We have a timeout. I demand new dice on roll 20. that's 3 19s in a row on attacks. It's like, ooh.
I'm actually just cutting and pasting. I've turned off die rolling altogether. So
I bet you have.
So yeah. So Oleg, question for you, Oleg.
Yeah.
Is witch sight something? And I know I'm kind of leading along here, but I haven't looked it up myself. Witch sight, is it consistent, or do you have to actually?
It's a free action.
Okay.
I am making roll vigilant against discrete.
Okay.
The shadow of the creature, location or object. Each success attempt foresees the character's. I suffer 1d4 temporary corruption.
Okay.
But I have to activate it as a free action. So
okay.
I wanted to use it anyway.
Okay.
So.
Okay. So go ahead.
I probably will get closer.
Okay.
And first, entangling vines on the big wolf.
Okay.
At least for one turn, he will be. So it's just resolute mine.
Okay.
4. I entangled it.
Okay. Fantastic. So let me go ahead and add that. Oh, I always get those confused. There we go. And there. Okay, great.
Bad doggo.
So are you going to use your free action to do the witch sight? Okay,
yeah.
And that you said that requires a vigilance roll also?
Vigilant against his discreet.
Okay, so that's going to be done with a negative... I'm sorry, +5. +5, yes.
+5?
Yep, +5. Mm-hmm.
No, he's big probably because of that. Oh, so it's just 5. Yeah, I succeeded.
Okay, so this allows you to see their shadow aspect, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you've grew up in the natural world, and you've seen the shadows of most of the creatures of the forest, especially in trying to attune yourself when you know to this new witch site that you've acquired. Most animals have a very natural glow to them. Greens, no corruption. They're either mindless beasts or just creatures of the natural world. They don't know evil and corruption. This thing is different. This one's shadow glows with a blood red tinge. The edges of the shadow also has this like coagulated look to it. Like it's hardening on the edges of this blood red glow. Something about this, this larger wolf stinks of corruption.
Okay, I'll probably inform the others that look out. He's corrupted. He can spread it to you, so watch out.
Very cool.
I should probably roll my own corruption twice.
Yes.
1 and 1. Whoa, nice.
Okay. Excellent. So let's see. So Lestra continues to hang back, and it's just he's got Bellin kind of on the shoulder, and seeing that that the larger wolf is now entangled, starts pulling Bellin back towards you guys, dragging him along. As he kind of glances back at you, make room, give me some space. We need to get into a better defensive position before they encircle us. And so with that, we go to the top of the round. So it's back to James.
So what did you want us to do? What does he want us to do?
He's looking, because you guys are kind of grouped together, and
yeah.
He said he's telling you to move out of the way so he can bring this this one of the barbarians back against you, to kind of just form a better defensive wall as such.
Okay, I'm going to look at
which wouldn't require any sort of special action on your part, because it's just moving. So.
I'm going to be like, do I go for the big wolf? Do I go for the big wolf, or do I go for one of the smaller wolves?
Big wolf is entangled, so it's pointless to go for him now.
All right. I'm going to go for this wolf right here. I'm going to just go, rush forward and go, ha! with my knife and look like a murder hobo. Is that okay? Murder hobo. So I'm going to murder them. I'm going to murder. I'm going to try. 5. A -5? Good God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on. Oh, what? How am I at negative? Oh yeah. Okay, I miss.
Their defense.
Okay, yeah, I miss.
So at this point, go ahead. Tell us, how you.
Well, I leap at the. I leap. Well, I don't fumble because that would be worse than what I've rolled.
I know.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I sort of like rush this wolf, and I like go to stab it in the throat, but it just sort of like jumps backwards on its hind. It jumps back on its hind legs like a dog does, because obviously wolves are like related to dogs, or dogs are related to wolves, whatever way around it is. Yes, and I just like miss it by a hair's whisper. Maybe I just sort of catch some of its fur, and a bit of fur like falls to the ground, because it's literally a miss of 2, so that's actually better than like what I normally was able to roll before. Do you know what I mean? So it's actually, you know, I've actually suddenly got good at like almost hitting things rather than like failing miserably. So you can, everyone notice that, like, whoa, he can actually like potentially kill something without being lucky. Right, that's me.
Excellent. So the Jakars. So we'll go ahead and get the one that's on you, James, that is going to retaliate. So
Yep.
So yeah, so that's okay.
Oh, you don't roll. I've got to roll, haven't I?
Yes.
All right.
So you're
Tactician, because I get to use my cunning as a dodge, basically. I may use cunning when oh, that's initiative. Yeah, character has mastered the art of good defense, which allows him or her to use cunning instead of crit. I really don't think tactician is the right fucking word for this skill, but I'm just, you know, just throwing that out there. So I'm going to do tactician. Any pluses or minuses?
okay. Yes. So essentially, it's your defense against their accurate, and it's going to do a -3 on your roll.
Oh, okay. Wow, we don't get any pluses in it. Oh my god. Okay, cool. I just stand there like a tit. I just like perhaps I look back, going, look, I can, and then it bites me. I look over, you know, I look back to everyone else to go, you know, look, I can, and it grabs me and whatever.
Yes. So, do you have any armor?
Yes.
That's going to. Okay. So this he's going to bite at you, and it's going to do 3 damage. So, you know, make sure you know.
I got negation of
any armor.
I got negation of D4.
Okay.
So
go ahead
just
and roll a 4-sided.
Why did it do that?
Oh, it does it automatically. That's right. Oh wait. Oh, okay.
Oh, I could do it as just one roll. Okay. Well, I negated 3 damage.
That's fine. So yeah, so he just, you feel the teeth, you know, sink into the leathers, you know, of the clothes you're wearing, and just you feel the pressure bite on your forearm, but he just can't get through these leathers. But you never know, another bite like that might make its way through. So the other Jakars, this one is going to come and try to attack both of the barbarians, and the one on Balin that Lester is trying to pull back is still doing that dart in and out, you know, just vicious snap as you know as Balin just kind of, you know, almost stumbles backwards as Lester's dragging him, and the other one, you know, you see him like just immediately sink his teeth into the calf of Ludo, and Ludo just screams in pain as Lestra looks at him and kind of gives Balin a shove backwards, as you see Lestra start to make his way towards Ludo, who is just, you know, taking this bite from the Jakar. The other two have seemed to have kind of maneuvered themselves around in kind of a defensive position around the larger wolf that's entangled. So, and now the larger wolf, if I'm not mistaken, they need to make a strong check to bust free, Philip, or is it another vigilant check for you?
No, I have to roll on my turn my resolute against their strength.
Okay, resolute against their strength. Okay, fantastic. So the hunger wolf is trying. Sorry. Oh, that's fun. Anyways, so the larger wolf just starts trying to gnaw and tear at the roots, as it seems like every bit of the material that's ripped away just seems to grow and re-entangle itself around it. Elfgarn.
Yeah, Alfgarn spent the last few seconds after he took his last shot at this monstrosity, this huge wolf that he's never seen the likes of before. And his last attempt failed miserably, and he's not used to failure when it comes to his archery. That's the one thing he's always been good at. So he's going to steady himself, and really aim this shot this time. Take as long as possible as this wolf's thrashing at these roots, and it's going to line it up and then try and aim when the wolf sort of rearing back and exposing its like soft underbelly.
Okay.
And I'll probably fail dramatically after all that description, but we'll see. It's still -5, yeah.
Yep. Actually, since it's entangled, we're just going to do a -3 since it's going to be more of like you need to pierce its hide, so it's not going to try to maneuver out of the way. It really can't. So.
Okay, I will re-roll that.
How do you? Can we re-roll?
He's got an ability that allows him to.
Oh,
do it.
okay. You're really doing well here.
Yeah, 2 19s and a 20. I'm due an 18 then. 19.
Yeah. So you.
Well, 20 hates you today.
Yes. So.
It's so frustrating when that happens as well.
That's the way it goes. You have good days, you have bad.
You hear the disconcerting snap as the wooden frame as your arrow just kind of collapses onto itself as it still can't pierce this tough hide of this monstrosity. Okay, so Ludo. Okay, so
and you will see Elfgon subconsciously take a couple of steps back.
Okay.
So I've maneuvered my token back slightly.
Perfect. Okay, so.
I blame Keith.
Ludo...
I blame Keith for your luck, Gus. It's all Keith's fault.
Yeah, it's Keith's fault.
So Ludo's going to start stabbing desperately at the Jakar. As its foaming mouth just opens wide to take another rip out of his leg. But you once again you hear the cry and yelps of this Jakar as he firmly embeds his small sword into the hide of the animal, allowing him a brief moment to push himself further back towards you guys. Likewise, Bellin, who has, Lestra has shoved him forward, has made his way back to you also. And just almost, I mean, this is a barbarian, but he's never witnessed this large, this type of aggressive nature of these beasts. He just starts, screaming, something's right. This is not right. And he's like, and then Ludo, you almost hear Ludo say, shut up. We've gotten this far. This now is not the time. And then he stops. And then kind of looks back at you all and still kind of, grabs down at his bleeding leg and just, kind of goes, the pain. And, Lestra is coming, hands ready to do some more healing on Ludo. All right, Oleg. So it's a versus their.
Danny, I think.
I'm sorry. Did I skip Danny?
Yeah,
I think you.
Okay, so go ahead. Go ahead, Xerix.
I'm gonna try to shoot at any wolf that is trying to move closer to us. So I'm also backing out, but if I see one like try to shoot him, of the little ones, I'm not shooting at the big one.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and say this one because these are the ones that are still kind of darting forward as Lestra is trying to pull get the barbarians behind you guys.
Still -4 or -5.
Yeah, it's going to be a -5 because they're on the full defense. Oof.
Have any of us actually hit?
Oh. So another arrow zooms. The intensity of this just these creatures, even the Jakars just seem to be acting abnormally. This kind of defense should have pushed them away because they, knowing what they know and what they've dealt with, this aggressive attempt from you and your fellow companions, Xerix, you would have thought that they would have scared the predators off by now. Oleg.
Yep. Good against his strength.
All right, let me get that for you.
It's resolute minus.
-1.
1?
Yep, 1.
Okay, he's entangled.
Okay.
So good that we have Oleg.
Yeah.
Oleg's going to save us.
battlefield control.
Or he'll just entangle it forever, and we won't go in, and nothing will. This will be in this combat till next week.
Well,
Session 48, and we're still fighting the same wolf.
So Lestra kneels down and applies healing magic again to the wounded calf of Ludo, and you hear him say, what was that you said? Got so far till what? And immediately Ludo kind of looks at him with this confused look of like, I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about. And Lester kind of, as he's applying the healing magic.
I don't see this because I'm too busy being bitten.
Oh yeah, no, you don't see nothing, Peter. I mean, Maligno. But kind of squeeze. You hear him Ludo kind of gasp in pain as Lester is applying the healing magic. He pushes his hands deep into his wound and says, kind of glares at him with these just these steel blue eyes, almost like trying to see through him. Maligno.
I'm going to attempt to stab this wolf.
You can do it.
It's so funny that everybody's like running back and James is all by himself. Like,
right, -5 to hit. That's what's doing me in the -5.
And one question.
Yes.
Generally, by beast lore that we pass, the wolves that would not have reacted like this, it would not be that hard to hit him. Also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, if I'm not mistaken, beast lore gives you
it gives us a strength and weakness, and you give us their stats.
Right. Okay. So we'll get through Malignos, and then it'll be their turn next, and I'll go ahead and provide that to you guys. That's right. So, but that would be just for you and Elfgarn. So okay. All right. So yes. So let's see here. What do we got?
I hit. That's what we got. I'm the first person.
For 2 damage.
For 2 damage.
Right. So James, you are going to, yes, you've definitely hit it, but you as you try to push that stiletto into its tough hide, it kind of leaps backwards right before you're able to completely compress the blade into its skin. So his hide has negated 2 points of damage.
Rubbish.
Yeah. Okay. So the Jakars. So for Xerix and Elfgarn, that these are pack animals. As stated earlier.
Really?
They do have their own tactics, but it is clear that something is different about them. They don't normally act this way. Like mentioned earlier, this type of aggression would have run them off by now, because they are predatory hunters that like to deal with singular prey, for food. They're not defending anything that you're aware of. You're not in any, there's no cubs around. This may just be their hunting land, but they would have just kept an eye on you. So this vicious attack must have something to do with this larger wolf, almost as if it's dictating, their actions.
Okay.
And so as far as their stats are concerned, so so we'll go to the meta aspect of what you would know now. So you are aware that they have a natural armor. Their wolf hide is going to negate 2 points of damage.
Yeah, typical.
They have a high defense. I mean, because of they're extremely quick, hence the -5 to your rolls.
Okay.
So they're easily maneuvering in and out of everything. But the one thing to note is they're not that intelligent. They're of an animal level intelligence. They have a relatively low pain threshold of 5. I mean, 5 seems high, but you will know if you can just get something in that hits that pain threshold or above, that they are either going to flee or you will knock them out.
Okay.
You know, so you just, you know, you're going to need to, you know, whatever you have that could produce the largest amount of damage, will cause them to break their attack and flee. Or, you know, or if you get beyond that, you'll knock them down, knock them prone.
Well, she's missing, so you know.
But very quick. Everything as far as, and likewise their accurate is very high too. Hence the you know, the when they are trying to attack you, the negatives to your defense. And that's pretty much about it. They don't have, they're not going to do an immense amount of damage individually, as their bite will only do 3 damage to you. But if they you know, jump on you at once, which is what they'd like to do for singular prey, that would be bad. So I think that pretty much covers most of it as far as the meta aspect of what you know. So all right. So I mean, and of course, you know, sharing it with the others, you know, would say, you know, we need to create, you know, you would essentially tell them that, you know, damage needs to be focused. You know, if whatever you have that could, you know, really harm them may scare them off. So okay. All right. So the Jakar. So we're going to, James, the one is going to try to take a bite of you again.
Okay.
So defense at a -3.
So how do we get pluses to our roll?
Depending on the degree of difficulty, likewise abilities that could give you pluses. Also, if they, you know, if they tend to go, if they're hit beyond their pain threshold at a certain point, or if their toughness gets down to a certain point, I like the idea of, as hit points go down, that they'll lose their ability to fight back or defend themselves. So I may just go ahead and adjudicate pluses here or there, depending on the situation. So.
All right. Well, the wolf missed me, so maybe it like goes to bite me, and I snap my hand back away from it, so it can't like try and bite me again. So it just like chomps at air where my arm once was. Scott, you muted.
Yeah, muted.
Sorry, my daughter was talking. So the 2 Jakars, the ones that were essentially focused on the barbarians and Lestra, as they were pulling them back to, you know, the defensive area, you kind of see their heads snap in almost unison as they both turn and focus on Oleg. Okay. So this one's going to rush at you, Oleg, and try to take a bite at you.
Oh no!
Okay, so, and that was their -3 with their accurate.
I think it's this.
Okay. All right. Now that doesn't do anything to your thorn, your root spell, does it? That doesn't require you to maintain anything.
No.
Okay. Good. Okay. So yeah. So the one rushes at you, Oleg, and you know it takes a nip of you, you know, and you similar to Maligno, you can feel the pressure of the bite, you know, try to rip through your leathers. But you know, it's holding fast. It can't get through, and then you hear the growl and a snarl as one leaps into the fray next to it and tries to do the same.
So again, defense -3.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I negated 4.
Okay. You negated 4.
Yeah.
Jesus, what are you guys wearing?
Light armor. 4,
Okay.
4 out of 4.
All right. So yeah. So they're focused on you. You know, as there's, you know, you can feel that they're, you know, they've leapt on you. You know, their paws clawing at